Have you ever just been about to finish a race in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and realized that you could fly over the finish line to finish your race in style? But I have, so in this video, I'm going to be finding out all the tracks which you can do this on. Some of these tracks will be easy and some of these tracks will take many attempts. So let's explain the rules. I am allowed to use mushrooms. I'll be performing these tests on 200cc, and even if I touch the Mario Kart logo, it still counts. So let's get into it. So I decided to use the lightest combo, just so that I could stay in the air for longer. The first track is Mario Kart Stadium. This track had a glider near the end and I was hopeful, but it was too much distance to cover and I just couldn't make it. Water Park was also a hopeful one, with a glider even closer to the end, but it was still impossible to make it. Swamp Ruins was the first track that I really thought that would be possible, and in the end I just managed to pull it off by using all 3 of my shrooms, getting to 10 coins, and going off the highest point of the glider. Mario Circuit was another one that I thought might be possible, and I easily managed to make it over the finish line. The next one I thought was possible was Dolphin Shoals, and this was easily one of the most challenging ones, but even with 3 mushrooms I could not make it after many attempts. Even though Mute City doesn't have a glider, I still tried it by holding back on my joystick since it's anti-gravity, and even though I made it super close, I still just couldn't get enough height. I was almost certain that Cheeseland would be possible because of the glider right at the end, and unsurprisingly it was easy to make it and I went way over the top. Toad's Turnpike was one of the most interesting one of them all. Most people would just say it's impossible, but by waiting for this glider truck to get near the finish line, you can almost make it, but I just couldn't get enough height and my glider was deactivating. Wario Stadium was another one that I was almost certain about because of the glider right near the end. And as you can see, if you look at the footage frame by frame, I just hit the Mario Kart sign and checked Wario Stadium off the list. While most people take the faster path on Grumble Volcano, I remembered that there's actually a secret glider path if you go to the left, and it's right near the end of the track. So I went up there and with some trusty mushrooms I easily managed to make it. The next track was N64 Rainbow Road, and similar to all the other tracks, it has a glider at the end, but for some reason this glider just doesn't give you enough height, so I couldn't make it. And finally, before we enter the base game, we have Neo Bowser City, and to nobody's surprise, this was easily possible.
The Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC.
The first track I tried in the Booster Course Pass was Tokyo Blur. This was only going to work on lap 3 by taking the glider. And with 3 mushrooms, I managed to make it. Sky Garden also has a glider near the end, but for some reason, this glider just doesn't give you enough height, so I barely missed it. Ninja Hideaway was obviously possible because of the glider on the left here at the finish line, so I managed to glide my way over the finish line with ease. Another track obviously possible was Rock Mountain, and for this one I went really far over the finish line. I thought that Merry Mountain might be possible because of this glider that rises on lap 2, but for some reason the glider just doesn't let you glide high enough. It's almost like it is pushing you down to the ground and increasing gravity. Not many people know about the secret top path on Waluigi Stadium that has a glider, but if you do take this path, you can actually make it over the finish line, and Nintendo even added a little Easter egg so you can trick on top of the finish line. Squeaky Clean Sprint was obviously possible, but only on lap 2 and 3 by taking this top path with the glider and gliding over the finish line. And that's it. That's all of the tracks that you can glide over the finish line on in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. The tracks that you could glide over the finish line on were Swamp Ruins, Mario Circuit 8, Cheeseland, Wario Stadium, Grumble Volcano, Neo Bowser City, Tokyo Blur, Ninja Hideaway, Rock Mountain, Waluigi Stadium, and Squeaky Clean Sprint. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe. It would really help me out since I'm a small channel trying to grow. My Nintendo Switch friend request is in the description and on screen right now. So make sure to friend request me if you want to play with me. And with that said, you can finish all of your Mario Kart races in style, or at least when you're playing the tracks that you can glide over the finish line on. See ya!